A riveting first half. We're sorry you couldn't hear us for it. We apologize sincerely. We were having some technical difficulties. We have it all figured out now, just in time for the second half. I'm Rami Pinchot alongside my partner in the booth, Sammy Katz, for this final game of the regular season between the YU Macs and the Purchase Panthers. A great first half it was. We're tied at 51 heading into the second half. Sammy, break down the first half for us. That's right, the Macs coming off a loss, a heartbreaking loss to Farmingdale State in their last game. Why don't you tell us about that game and how it affects us going forward? That's right, YU coming into this one 16-3 in the conference. Farmingdale has finished their regular season at 16-4. As Sammy just pointed out, YU wins this one and clinched the 1 seed for the first time in their history of the Skyline Conference. So a lot on the line here tonight. This matchup between YU and Purchase, actually a rematch of the championship game from last season, where YU defeated Purchase and went on to win the Skyline Conference. This year, the second matchup of the season between these two teams. YU took the earlier matchup 95-71 over Purchase. What happened in that game, Sammy?
In the earlier game, we saw YU dominate, and they came out hot. Simon Halpern was playing well for the Macs in the last game, but it was
We apologize once again. We're having some more technical difficulties here in the booth. It seems only my microphone is working, so if you're wondering, I was not talking to myself. Sammy was responding to me, but you could not hear that. We are inside of a minute to go until the start of the second half here. Once again, the YU Max 51, the Purchase Panthers also 51. We're getting ready for an exciting second half here. In case you missed it, YU with a chance to clinch the #1 seed going into the Skyline Conference playoffs for the first time in their history. A win clinches that first seed. A loss and the Farmingdale State Rams would have the #1 seed. YU would drop to the 2 seed. They would still have a first round bye, but in the event of a championship game against Farmingdale, it would be at Farmingdale and not here at the Max Stern Athletic Center.
Yeah, Rami, it's good to join you here. We're looking forward to this second half. We'll attempt to recap a little bit as we did before, but apparently it was to no avail, but we hope to recap for the second half.
Once again, I'm Rami Pinchot alongside Sammy Katz here in the booth. We apologize sincerely for the technical difficulties there in the first half. We should be good to go for this second half. We have a tie game, 51-51. A high-scoring first half. Sammy, what do the Max need to do to win here in the second half?
Yeah, Rami, as I mentioned earlier, just to myself apparently, but as I mentioned earlier, heartbreaking loss to Farmingdale. Yeshiva's looking to establish the pace in the second half as Purchase ran all over them in the first half, causing a lot of fast break points for Willie Britton as well as others on Purchase. And YU will look to slow the pace down, play their game on defense, and continue to establish the three-point ball on offense with Simcha Halper.
It seemed like the zone of Purchase to start out the game really flustered the Max. We'll see if they make some adjustments here in the second half to figure it out. As it's Leifer inside to start us off, and he is blocked. Purchase will come the other way. That's Perdomo up on top, guarded by Leifer. Leifer with a beautiful steal, pushes the other way, goes up and blocked, but out of bounds off the Purchase Panthers.
Rami, we saw a steal by Leifer. That man-to-man half-court defense is where YU feels comfortable. They do not like playing defense on the fast break, as we saw in the first half. They'd rather establish that half-court presence.
Katz inside, a tough look, but draws the foul. He will go to the line for 2.
We saw a lot of fouls called in that first half, Rami. Both teams establishing the double bonus by the end of the half. Yeshiva will look to continue to go to the line to try to score free buckets, as they call it.
First shot up by Katz, and it is good. Max scored the first point in the second half to take the lead here, 52-51.
Rami, just 2 games ago against Mount St. Mary's, it was a 7-point game at the half, and Yeshiva went on to win by almost 40. So YU will look to take the first 5 minutes right now to their fullest advantage and create a little bit of separation on this ruthless Panther team.
A nice pass there by Lott. Felix can't finish inside. A foul again on Felix. That's a quick second foul here in the second half. It will be Max ball. Once again, these teams did play earlier this year at Purchase College. YU took that one 95-71 in what ended up being a blowout for the Max.
Not the case tonight, Rami. A close one at half. Yeshiva will look to make it a blowout, as they would like to do in the second half now.
As Terrell pulls up from 3, no good. Purchase will come down the other way. That's Lott on the wing. Over to Perdomo. Back to Lott on the wing. Lott spins inside. Ball is up off the rim. Gets the roll. A nice driving layup there by Elijah Lott.
Lott is a premier scorer for this Panther team, averaging 16.8 points per game. One of 5 players averaging double-digit points for this Purchase team. So they know how to put the ball in the bucket, and Lott leads the way for them.
Terrell stuck in the corner there, finds Leifer in the middle, over to Guetta. Back up top to Simcha, who had a hot hand in the first half. Terrell no good off the front iron. Chases his own offensive rebound, but ends up picking up his second foul.
Terrell definitely a little slow at the outset of this game as the offense ran straight through number 20, Simcha Halpert. They'll look to establish him in the second half, try to get his hand to be hot, to give the Max an offensive presence.
That's Willie Britton, number 15, drawing the foul. He gave the Max some serious problems in the first half.
Yeah, Rami Britton was running all over this Max team. Full court pressure.
Really quick guard, and as you can see there, slips away from Terrell for the easy layup off the inbounds. Purchase with a 3-point lead early in the second half. Leifer into Terrell. Terrell goes up and he will draw a foul. Foul will go on Mezu Agwu.
Agwu came in, played a couple of vital minutes on defense for this Panther team. And you see Terrell going to the free throw line. Hopefully this will spark a little bit of offense from him in this early on in the second half.
Yeah, as you mentioned, a really physical first half. Both teams ended up in the double bonus by the end of the half. Same story here, as we already have 5 fouls called, and we're just inside of 18 minutes to play.
Well, these teams are running a lot, and with running and pressure comes fouls and physicality. I'm sure Coach Steinmetz likes to see this YU team playing physical, and I must say the same as well for Coach Martin on the other side. Look to continue the physical play.
Britton on top, over to Lott. Back to Britton, guarded by Terrell. A nice little pass inside to Agwu, and he will draw a foul.
Next foul is second. Number 14.
Rami, it's important that this Max team doesn't get into individual foul trouble, as the bench isn't as deep as one might hope. Tal Guetta, a starter for the Max, number 13, currently on the floor, dealing with a little bit of a nick in a groin injury, and he's been toughing it out, playing a lot tonight. We'll look for him to continue to play throughout the rest of the ball game as Tyler Hode checks in for the first time in the second half. He too dealt with a lower back and groin injury to start out the year, but has came on for some important minutes for the Max in recent games.
Yeah, Tyler, a big part of that championship run last year, giving good energy and defense to this Max team.
The team is definitely excited to see him back on the floor. His parents, always in the arena, are excited to see him back on the floor. He'll look to create energy for this team down the stretch.
Simcha will inbound into Guetta. Back to Simcha on the wing. To Katz in the corner. Leifer will post up on Agwu. Into Halpert for a nice lefty layup. Beautiful ball movement there by the Max.
We're used to seeing Simcha on the outside, but a great cut by Halpert there gets it for 2.
Elijah Lott now on the wing, guarded by the Max prime defender, Tal Guetta. Good defense inside as he kicks it out. Soffer, no good from deep. Tyler Hode will bring it the other way. Into Simcha in the corner. He'll drive and kick to Katz. Now to Leifer in the middle. Good ball movement by the Max. Guetta will drive, and he will draw a foul.
Excellent ball movement there by the Max as they were going 5-on-4 down the other way. Some lackadaisical hustle by Elijah Lott coming back for Purchase.
It seems like YU, when they move the ball, they can figure out this zone. But it has been stifling so far. Leifer inside, and he will draw a foul. Some good aggression by the Max early in the second half.
That foul is on Agwu again, Rami. That is his 4th, I believe. That might bring him out early in the second half, bring him to the bench. I think it's important to note that the Max have compiled 56 points so far in this game with 16.5 minutes to go in the second half. And that seems like a lot, yes. We're used to high-powered offense from the Max, but it just to the viewer's eye, it seems that Purchase's defense is playing quite well with that zone that the Max aren't used to. However, they are putting up points, and they're running very well with Purchase right now.
That's right. We're seeing the usual high-powered offense from the Max. The difference really has been on defense, as the Max generally give up 70 points per game. They've already given up 56 here, and we have just started the second half. A miss there by Purchase. The Max bring it down the other way. That's Leifer on top. Inside to Katz. Leifer drives the ball, and a travel is called. Crowd wanted a foul call, but we will not get it, as a travel will send the ball the other way. That's Britton flying down the court to his left hand, puts it up and in. A nice driving layup by Willie Britton. And a quick timeout by the Purchase Panthers. 58-57, Purchase with a 1-point lead. We have 16 minutes to go here in the second half. And it's Willie Britton again, Sammy, causing the Max problems.
Yeah, Rami, Willie Britton is slicing his way to the bucket almost every possession for the Purchase Panthers, whether it's him finishing or dishing. And we know he averages 15.7 points per game, which is a nice clip for the Panthers. But tonight, he's on a different level. I think that something to note that's important is that this Max team definitely lacks a quick guard presence, and that's why I think Coach Steinmetz has put Tyler Hoad into the game to counter Willie Britton, and so far to no avail.
Yeah, it's been Ryan Terrell for most of the game trying to check Britton, maybe try to put some length on the smaller Britton, but it does not seem to have been working, as Britton has had his way and been able to blow by Terrell seemingly at will.
Yeah, Rami, we must say Terrell's offense is stunning. His defense sometimes, not so much, especially on a smaller, quicker guard like Britton. We'll see how the Max decide to counter him going forward.
Indeed we will. Britton really running the show here for the Purchase Panthers. It will be Max ball coming out of the timeout. Tyler Hoad, Tal Guetta, Gabe Leifer, Donnie Katz, and Simcha Halpert are the 5 for the Max. It will be Tyler Hoad up on top. Inside to Leifer. Leifer surveys, finds Guetta on the wing. Guetta for 3, he got it. 3-pointer for Tal Guetta.
That's one of the weak spots in this 2-3 zone. When they swing the ball down low or on the high post, you can find an opening on either wing, and Tal exposed it.
A really nice pass from Leifer, as now he pulls down the defensive board. Finds Katz in the middle to Tyler Hoad, hesitates. Simcha with a driving shot on the baseline, gets it to go. Max up by 4.
You love to see Hoad have confidence shooting that 3 ball, but a pull-up baseline jumper from Simcha is nonetheless beautiful to see.
Saufer now, a pull-up 3, a little off balance, no good. Agwu fights for the board, and it will be off the Max. It will stay Purchase possession.
Saufer has been relatively quiet tonight, as in last matchup against YU, he had 18 points for the Panthers. He'll look to really get himself going in the second half as they find themselves down by 4.
Saufer showed off some really good 3-point range, as he had a couple deep threes in the first half. Willie Britton up on top. He'll call for a screen, and a foul. Looks like that's going to go on Donnie Katz, as he gave Agwu a little push as he was setting the screen. Katz does not like it.
I must say, Rami, those are 2 big boys fighting at the top of the key. I don't love the foul call. I don't love it. I think that it's very tough to make that call on a pick by Agwu. Katz trying to fight through, but nonetheless a good play from Agwu with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Katz will take a seat. Kevin Boker checks into the game, coming off a big defensive performance in the last game against Farmingdale. Saufer there hits the layup, cutting the lead to 2. Sammy, tell us about Kevin Boker's performance last game against Farmingdale.
Yeah, he was fearless. He came into the game late, as Tal Guetta wasn't himself with a little bit of a groin injury. And he came into the game establishing a presence down low, taking charges and fighting for every single board. He'll look to continue tonight, as they need him down low tonight. They haven't been as stellar as they were against Farmingdale on the boards, and they'll look to establish that presence.
Max moving the ball around now. A pick by Britton, but the Max keep the ball. Inside to Boker, a nice pass from Guetta as Boker finishes.
Kevin Boker displaying some offensive ability as well. He has 4 points tonight. He had a nice, nifty finish at the end of the first half. We see him there on a great feed from Guetta.
The crowd imploring the Max to stand up on defense and get some stops here as they look to distance themselves a little bit from Purchase. Boker inside guarding Agwu. Agwu nearly gets it to go, but no good. Leifer pulls down the defensive rebound. It will be Halpert over to Guetta. Back to Halpert. Back to Guetta. The Max will slow it down. Leifer wide open on the wing for three. No good, front rim. And the ball bounces up and out of bounds. It will be Purchase ball.
Rami, this stadium was ready to explode early here in the second half. The energy is already pumping in the Max Stern Athletic Center. We're excited for Gabe. We don't usually see the Max miss open three balls. So we'll have to see what happens down on the next possession for them.
That's right, the Max coming in nearly shooting 40% on the season from three-point range.
And Rami, that doesn't just include Simcha Halpert, who shot 5 for 10 last game against Farmingdale State and who's shooting at a nice clip tonight.
Britton drives on Terrell. Looked like he slipped, but the ref saw a foul there on Ryan Terrell. The Max bench did not like it.
Yeah,
and neither did the crowd.
Coach Steinmetz was heated. The ref had to tell him, Coach, take it back. I don't want to have to call any technicals, at least not right now. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, Rami?
Britton, a really tough matchup for Ryan Terrell. He's doing his best to stay in front of him. Max now coming the other way. It's Guetta in the corner. Out to Halpert. Into the middle to Terrell. Over to Leifer. Leifer drives to his left. A nice finish off the glass for Gabe Leifer.
Rami, as we've mentioned, this game is big for the Max. They win, they clinch home court, and they move straight to the semifinals at home, and the championship potentially at home, with Leifer with a big block.
Leifer with a big block on Max Miller. Push the other way. Guetta will drive. Puts it up, looking for a foul call, and he will get it. Kyle Guetta will go to the line for two.
A great block, Rami.
A great block there on the defensive end by Leifer leads to an easy chance here for Guetta on the other side.
So as we were saying before, this YU team has already clinched a spot in the semifinals at home. However, with a win tonight, they clinch home court advantage should they win the semifinal game in the championship. And if they were to lose, that would allow them to fall behind Farmingdale State into the second seed, giving Farmingdale State the advantage should they play Yeshiva University in the championship next Sunday. The game would eventually be at Farmingdale State.
Guetta pushes the lead to 8 points now for the Max, 68-60. Elijah Lott up on top, guarded by Guetta. Terrell gambles for the steal, can't get it. A driving finger roll by Soffer is no good. Leifer pulls down the board, up ahead to Terrell. Tries to save it, but he cannot. Out of bounds, off the Max.
A little too anxious there by Leifer. Sometimes we like to run to establish a pace, but slowing it down with this high caliber offense isn't always a bad thing for this Max team.
Purchase the other way now. Lott finds Richardson in the corner. Three is no good. Another rebound pulled down by Gabe Leifer. Simcha to Boker to Leifer and a scoop layup. Beautiful ball movement there from the Max.
The fans on the bench are pumped up about that ball movement by the Max. It's nice to see them looking for each other. And a steal by Leifer the other way.
No good on the layup from Leifer. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Gabe Leifer, steal, missed layup, offensive rebound. And then he finally gets it to go, pushing the Max lead to 12. Leifer huge in that last game against Farmingdale, seemingly coming up with big buckets the whole game, picking off right where he left off in that one. And a foul will be called. That will go against Simcha Halpert. He doesn't like it. Neither does the crowd, but it will be 2 shots for Rob Gruen on the free throw line.
First time we're calling Gruen's name tonight. He'll look to step in and make a couple of big free throws. With 10:51 to go, the atmosphere is anxious in the arena. It feels like the playoffs. It feels like there's 2 minutes to go, Rami. It's exciting, and we love it here in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
Both teams already in the bonus here with over 10 minutes to play. Should be a lot of free throw shooting down the stretch.
Absolutely, Rami. And while we have a chance, we should give a quick pitch. Friday, 12 p.m. in the Max Stern Athletic Center, semifinals against to be determined. The Max will take on an opponent hoping to go to the championship.
Halpert now for 3 from the wing. The crowd was ready to explode, but Halpert could not get it to go that time. A pull-up 3 there by Lott, no good. A fight for the rebound. That will go off of Simcha Halpert. It will be Panthers ball.
Great hustle there by number 12 for Purchase, Kyle James, checking into the game for the first time, showing his spark off the bench, hustling for that rebound, forcing it off of Halpert.
That's right. Once again, the Max have already clinched a first-round bye. If they win this one, they get the overall 1 seed heading into the Skyline playoffs. An offensive rebound there given up. And it's Kyle James with the putback for Purchase. Halpert now driving over to Hayon. Hayon up and under layup, gets it to go. Good finish there by Michael Hayon. And the Panthers come the other way, looking to push. An errant pass from Willie Britton, out of bounds. Max ball.
Yeah, Rami, we see a nifty finish, a nifty finish by Hayon, going up with the left, showing his ability as a scorer in this game. And now a timeout will be called by Purchase as they look to weather the storm a little bit, Rami.
The Max coming out with a little more energy here in the second half. They've pushed their lead to 12 points. We have a full timeout by the Purchase Panthers. They're going to try to slow down this Max run. Once again, we apologize. We were having some technical difficulties there in the first half. We got the video to work about halfway through that first half. Audio, we finally got to work headed into the second half. We're glad you're with us here. The final game of the regular season. Once again, the Max looking to clinch the number 1 seed in the Skyline Conference playoffs for the first time in their history. I'm Rami Pinchot alongside Sammy Katz. Sammy, the Max pushing their lead now to 12. What do they have to do to finish this one off in the final 10 minutes?
Rami, as you said, looking to clinch the 1 seed for the first time. Last year we saw a year of firsts, the Max winning the championship, looking to go back-to-back. In this, right now, 9:59 to go, up by 12. The Max need to continue to push the ball on offense, but slow this Panther team down. In the first half and much of the start of the second half, it's been Willie Britton, number 15 for Purchase, the small point guard, establishing his quickness on this Max defense. They have to slow him down and continue to push the ball on offense.
The Panthers come out of that timeout in a press. They trap Ryan Terrell out of bounds off of him. It will be Panthers ball. A nice move there by Coach Kyle Martin of Purchase.
Yeah, early pressure out of the timeout for Purchase. Never a bad thing.
Britton now, good defense inside by Terrell. They will kick it back out. Britton, a nice pass into Kyle James. He cannot get the layup to go. Defensive rebound pulled down by Leifer. Weta now on the wing, into the corner to Terrell. Leifer will post up on the smaller Kyle James. A nice inside pass to Hayon. No good, but Leifer with an offensive kick puts it back in. Max lead by 14. Elijah Lott now, kick out to Kyle James. James puts up the 3 and gets it to go.
That's a quick 5 points off the bench for James. comes into the game already establishing a presence, getting a couple of turnovers and offensive rebounds as well as 5 points now.
That's right. Great energy and great hair from Kyle James.
Yes, sir, and those shoes as well.
Leifer blows by, inside pass to Hayone. Looks like it was tipped, and it was. Max will retain possession. It will be Guetta to inbound. Max up 11, 8:50 to play here in the second half. Guetta looks inside, nothing there. Over to Terrell. Shot clock winding down. Terrell inside, no good off glass. Hayone with the putback.
Hayone showing some offensive touch in the second half so far.
Two nice offensive rebound putbacks by Michael Hayone, providing some good energy here for the Max. James kicks it out to Britton. Britton for three, gets it to go.
That's a range that we haven't seen Britton hit from. We've mostly been seeing him right around that restricted area in the paint with layups, but that one falls for him. The Max must contain Britton down the stretch.
Yeah, once again, Willie Britton has been a problem for the Max all game. Ryan Terrell has not been able to stick with the quick combo guard. A rebound pulled down by Purchase. They'll head the other way. And a nice finish there from Miller. Max lead is 8. We are inside 8 minutes to play here in the second half. A little bit of a nervous crowd here, Sammy.
Coming off of a loss, the crowd never likes to see a close game, as we know that the last one against Farmingdale came down to the last second.
Good pressure though by the Max, forces the steal. Leifer scoops up the offensive rebound and puts it up and in once again. The Max really pounding the offensive glass here to build this lead.
Yeah, Rami, that was the easiest bucket we've seen Leifer score in weeks. He's usually in there fighting for offensive rebounds, tipping the ball anywhere around the rim. And we saw a beautiful crowd around the rim there, 3 Max fighting for the offensive board. That is something that Coach Steinmetz, of course, likes to see.
Purchase generally has struggled on rebounding. That's been a struggle of theirs all season. The Max looking to exploit that here as they try to extend this lead.
Yeah, in the first game, the Max scored 62 points in the paint, building them to a 95-point score total at Purchase, where the championship game in the Skyline Conference was held last year, where the Max so graciously won. And they'll look to continue to fight inside. Michael Hayone coming off the bench, providing an inside presence. Kevin Boker on the defensive and offensive end for the Max tonight. They'll look to continue to get the ball inside to Gabe Leifer, work it from inside out to allow Simcha Halper to do his thing and shoot threes down the stretch.
As you mentioned, the Max, not the deepest team, but it seems like every game they're getting meaningful contributions from different guys off of their bench. Last game it was Boker. Right now it's Hayone. You love to see that if you're Coach Steinmetz.
Absolutely, Rami. The Max lost a big component of their team, Daniel Sion, with an injury, unfortunately, but now they are hoping to continue to stay healthy and push as a smaller and tighter unit with only about 6 or 7 deep.
We are out of the timeout. Max lead by 10, just over 7 minutes to play, as that shot is missed by Purchase. Rebound pulled down by Gabe Leifer. Leifer the other way now up top. And we will have an offensive foul, it looks like, on Ryan Terrell as he was trying to post up the smaller Willie Britton inside.
Yeah, Rami, that foul is unnecessary from Terrell. He is about a foot taller than Willie Britton down there in the paint. He puts his hands up. If they toss the ball up to him, he will get it regardless. So no need for the hands physicality.
And now Tyler Hode will try to check the quick Willie Britton as he blows right by him to the bucket. And a second foul will be picked up there by Tyler Hode.
It's a key that is Tyler Hode's second. If that were anywhere around his third or fourth, the Max will be looking at some trouble on the defensive end against this hot Willie Britton.
Willie Britton seemingly just too quick for these Max defenders. Gave them problems in the first half, giving them more problems here in the second half.
And Rami, if he continues to hit free throws, we'll be looking at some tough D down the stretch.
Tyler Hode will check out, and Eitan Halpert, younger brother of Simcha Halpert, checks into the game for the first time.
Rami, this is a nifty move by Coach Steinmetz, putting Halpert in to hopefully contain Willie Britton, the man we've spoken about so much in this second half. Hopefully Halpert will gain some defensive footing for the Max.
It will be Leifer up top, guarded by Kyle James. Over to Eitan Halpert, who gets to touch the ball for the first time. Simcha Halpert now on the wing. Over to Guetta. Back to Eitan Halpert. Leifer posting up to smaller James. Picks up his dribble. Out to Eitan Halpert. Drives and turns it over. Stolen by Soffer. Soffer comes the other way. Over to Britton on the wing. No good short. A fight for the rebound and out of bounds off the Max.
Some good transition defense there from the Max. We saw them get back on Britton on defense, something they need to continue to do with 6:21 remaining in the second half.
A 9-point lead here for YU. Lott now up top. Good defense by Hayon to slow him down. Eitan Halpert now on Britton. A drive and a kick to James in the corner. James will drive, and a nice pass inside to Miller, who finishes. Now a 7-point lead for the Max. They look to set up some offense. It's Leifer in the post. Leifer backs down the smaller James, turns over his right shoulder, and an easy one there for Gabe Leifer.
Absolutely, Rami. The Max will continue to try to do that all day on this smaller Purchase team, especially with a big man such as Leifer, who is so dominant on the inside.
Yeah, if they don't send a double team there on Leifer in the post, it does not seem like James, who is now checking out of the game, can guard him. Mike Felix now checking into the game, perhaps a bigger body to check the big Gabe Leifer.
Yeah, Felix, a 6'7" senior. He's been around for a while for this Purchase team. Will look to guard Leifer. Not many defenders have been able to do that this entire season, Rami, in the Skyline Conference. So let's see what happens down the stretch.
Willie Britton at the line, gets both shots to go, cutting this Max lead now to 7. And some good defense there by Britton on Eitan Halpert. Nearly loses it, but finds Donnie Katz, who will draw the foul. Some aggressive defense there, but it will be Max Miller of Purchase picking up the foul.
Yeah, Coach Kyle Martin for the Panthers loves that defense from Britton on Halpert, knowing that he's a fresh body, just checked into the game. Might not be warm in terms of handling the ball up top, setting pressure on him to try to create a turnover. But we see the Max at the line for a 1-on-1, looking for Donnie Katz to convert.
Katz, first shot is up and good. A big shot there from Donnie Katz as he converts the front end of the 1-and-1. Max lead is 8. Willie Britton really getting it done on both ends for the Purchase Panthers, nearly coming up with the steal there on Eitan Halpert. Katz misses the second shot. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Lott. Lott will push the other way. Goes up with a wild shot, but he will get the foul call. That will go on Tal Guetta.
Rami, that is Guetta's second foul. I haven't heard yet of a Mac in desperate foul trouble. Seems that that they might be a little lucky in that department, as they've compiled 10+ fouls in both halves. We'll look out for that foul trouble moving forward.
First shot is missed by Elijah Lott. Ryan Terrell now checking back in for Eitan Halpert.
This second half has seen a little more defense than the first half, and I think that's what Coach Halpert is putting Terrell back into this game to create a little bit of offense. We haven't seen him sparked so far, but maybe a little rest, coming back into the game with some fresh legs, he'll be able to get some elevation and start scoring on his jump shots.
That's right, a little bit of a slow game by Ryan Terrell's standards in the last one against Farmingdale, shooting 4 for 17 from the field. This one, also not his best game. He comes in averaging 20 points per game, leading the Max. Perhaps showing a little bit of that young age of his in these big games down at the end of the regular season. As a foul will be called, it was Gabe Leifer in the post. He will go to the line for 2 shots.
Great fight once again by Leifer down low. He'll continue to be a big body down there for the Max. He must convert on these free throws. We haven't seen superb free throw shooting from Leifer throughout the season. Let's see what he does at the stripe now.
Excuse me, it was a 1-and-1 for Leifer. Gets the first to go, a second one coming. Max lead is 9, 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Once again, the Max looking to clinch for the first time ever the #1 seed in the Skyline playoffs. This, the last game of the regular season. If they lose, Farmingdale State takes over the 1 seed. With a Max win, they will clinch the 1 seed and home court throughout the Skyline playoffs. A layup is hit there on the other end by Purchase. Max lead is now 7. Max looking for a good shot. Terrell pulls up from the elbow and gets it to go.
Beautiful jump shot by Terrell. This will hopefully spark his offense as we've been discussing throughout.
Willie Britton with the pull-up. No good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Miller, and he will go to the line for 2.
That is Guetta's 3rd foul. And as we've been mentioning throughout, we'll look for foul trouble to creep in. So hopefully Guetta will keep himself out of that foul trouble department.
It will be Miller at the line for 2 shots, looking to cut into this 9-point Max lead. Just 4:19 to go here. Purchase needing a little bit of a run to cut into this lead.
Absolutely, Rami. Purchase will look to spark themselves off of these free throws by Max Miller as he hits the first, looking to convert on the second.
The Max with their starting 5 in the game. Miller gets the second shot to go. Max lead is now 7. Just over 4 minutes to play. The Max looking to clinch the #1 seed in this Skyline Conference playoffs. It is Katz on the wing. Katz looks inside for Guetta. Pass goes off his fingertips, out of bounds. Purchase ball.
A little too hot there by Donnie Katz. We see some of those stifling passes leave his fingertips and go through the hands of YU throughout the year. They'll look to establish a little more of a calm offense now coming down the stretch, as they just need to put up a couple of buckets, but really, it matters on the defensive end.
We are inside 4 minutes to play. Max leading by 7. A capacity crowd here in the Max Stern Athletic Center as a nice 3-pointer is hit by Mike Felix, cutting this lead to just 4 now for the Max.
A little quick 5-0 run by Purchase, silencing the arena. YU will look to turn it around on the offensive end.
It's Terrell inside. Waits for Lott to come down, spins and puts it up and in. A nice finish there by Ryan Terrell. Lead is now 6 points. Just over 3 minutes to play. Max looking for a stop. It's Lott now up on top, guarded by Terrell. Pump fakes, gets Terrell up in the air and draws the foul.
The crowd doesn't like that one, Rami, but it was probably the right call there by the ref, as Terrell didn't leave his feet, and they'll reward Lott with 2 shots as he had his foot on the line.
I actually think the ref called the foul on the ground. Even though he was behind the line, he will get 2 shots, as it's a double bonus right now for the Purchase Panthers. Tyler Hode will check in for Ryan Terrell. Lott at the free throw line, hits the first. The lead is 5 for the Max with 3:07 to play here in the second half. Lott with a second shot coming. Rims out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Simcha Halpert. A little half-court trap here from Purchase, looking for a steal. The Macs break it nicely. Halpert to the middle to Boker. Over to Tyler Hode, who pulls up for three and gets it to go. A huge shot there from Tyler Hode.
Tyler coming in a key moment and draining a three for these Macs, pushing their lead to 8 points with 2.5 minutes to go.
The Hode family shot out of their seats as that one dropped. A huge shot there from Tyler Hode. And a miss from Purchase, but an offensive rebound by Mike Felix, who will be fouled and go to the line for two.
Felix is too tall to be contained on that rebound. There needed to be a body on him, and there wasn't, causing Tyler Hode to try to reach in for that board unsuccessfully. But Rami, it's important to note, number 32 for the Macs, Kevin Boker, number 44 for the Macs, Tyler Hode, in during these key moments down the stretch of the last game of the regular season.
They say defense wins championships. This possibly the Macs' best defensive lineup with Tyler Hode and Kevin Boker in the game.
But let's not forget, Rami, number 20, Simcha Halpert, is no shabby offensive player, let me say.
We apologize for the shakiness of the camera there. We almost lost it into the crowd, but it has been recovered by our tech whiz, Justin Safier. A timeout will be called by the Purchase Panthers. The Macs lead is 6 points. We are just inside 2.5 minutes to play. Sammy, down the stretch here, what are you looking for from Coach Steinmetz so the Macs can finish off this game?
So Rami, not to bring up past demons, but in that Farmingdale game just a few nights ago on Saturday night, down the stretch there were a couple of questionable coaching decisions by Coach Steinmetz. Donnie Katz inbounding the ball on the last play against a taller George Riefenstahl, clearly impacting that inbounds, as well as taking out Gabe Leifer for an offense-defense switch and putting in Michael Hayone, allowing Riefenstahl to grab an offensive rebound with 40 seconds left and convert on an and one. And one more play, not fouling before Farmingdale State, was able to put up a three-pointer and eventually tie the game on that three with just 15 seconds left. So we'll see what Coach Steinmetz decides here. And as we've already mentioned, we're in favor of his coaching decision right now. Putting in Tyler Hode, putting in Kevin Boker, two defensive-minded players. Even though we've seen Kevin Boker convert on a couple of nice layups and Tyler on a big three just a moment ago.
That's right. Interestingly, no Ryan Terrell as they come out of the timeout here. Probably the Macs MVP so far of the season. The freshman phenom averaging 20 points per game. It has not been his night here so far. He's in some foul trouble as well. It will be Simcha Halpert bringing the ball up. Macs lead is 6. 2:20 to play here in the game. Boker up on top, guarded tightly. Now Leifer. Surveying the court, finds Hode on the wing. Hode dribbles to his right, goes inside looking for a foul. He will not get it. Instead, an offensive foul called going against Tyler Hode. He can't believe it, the bench can't believe it, and neither can the crowd. What'd you see there, Sammy?
We saw Tyler slashing down the middle, looking to convert on either a layup or a pass down underneath the hoop. But the refs saw otherwise. They saw Tyler lead into the defender using his shoulder and his arms against the face, ultimately calling an offensive foul against number 44 for the Macs.
Yeah, Tyler looking to draw a foul there. You love to see, though, he went up to the Purchase player, tapped him on the back, apologized for getting him in the face. Very good manners there by Tyler Hode. Lott now inside, back out to him on the wing. Three is good. Drilled by Elijah Lott, cutting this Macs lead now to 3 points.
The crowd is getting anxious, Rami, and the benches as well. 91-88 Macs with just a minute 40 to go. Let's see what they draw up on offense here.
The Macs need a big basket here. Leifer inside. Boker pump fakes. Back up and one. Kevin Boker. The Macs lead is 5.
Kevin Boker doing it again on the offensive end tonight, Rami. That is his 6th point tonight, going up strong, down low, stretching this lead to 5 for the Max.
Terrific energy once again in this one. Kevin Boker picking up right where he left off in that Farmingdale game, giving the Max great energy, and his free throw off the glass, no good. The Max lead is 5 with 1:30 to play here.
Robbie, it looked like Kevin had a little bit of leftover adrenaline after that layup.
Willie Britton inside, draws the foul. That will be the 4th foul on Tal Guetta. Once again, Willie Britton too quick for this Max defense, blowing by his defender and nearly finishing the and-one.
We haven't called his name in a few minutes, Rami, but we know in primetime moments, primetime players come to play. And Willie Britton has been there almost all game for Purchase. He'll look to convert on the 2nd free throw, narrowing this lead to just 3 for the Max.
Willie Britton, the senior point guard for this Purchase Panthers, averaging 16 points per game. As his 2nd free throw drops, Max lead is back down to 3. A full court press by Purchase as Tyler Hode, cutting, draws a foul.
This will be a big 2 free throws, Rami. Tyler Hode hasn't been to the line much this season, as he didn't play for much of the beginning of the season. And we see a little bit of a discussion on the free throw line.
As you mentioned, Tyler Hode injured for much of this season, giving the Max some big minutes down the stretch here tonight.
Yeah, Rami nailed a 3 just 2 minutes ago. Seems like forever ago now.
The crowd getting quiet as Hode puts up his first free throw. Nothing but net, extending this Max lead to 4 points with 1:23 to go in the game.
Hode saying, if Britton could do it on one end, I could do it on the other in my home court arena.
Hode gathers for his 2nd shot. No good, off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Purchase. Once again, at stake here tonight, the #1 overall seed in the Skyline Conference. As Britton again drives to his left, draws the foul again on Talgueta. That will be his 5th foul, and he will be forced to exit this game. Coach Steinmetz not happy with that call. It seemed like Talgueta guarded him with his hands up, trying not to commit a foul, but nonetheless, Britton will head to the line for 2.
It looks like after that foul out by Guetta, Eitan Halpert, the freshman, number 3, will check in for the Max. He'll look to do, as we said before, guard number 15, the powerful and the quick Willie Britton, as he's at the line for his first.
Britton's first shot is good. Max lead cut down now, back to 3.
Stone cold. Willie Britton has proved his stripes tonight, Rami, in the Max Stern Athletic Center.
The senior guard has been here before. This, again, a rematch of last year's Skyline Conference Championship game, which was played at Purchase College. Willie Britton playing a part in that one. Cuts the lead now after he hits his 2nd free throw to just 2 for the Max. Simcha Halpert inbounds to Eitan Halpert, now back to Simcha Halpert. Breaks the Purchase pressure. Halpert surveys, a trap by Purchase. Out to Tyler Hode. 1 minute to play here. Max lead by 2. Halpert pull up on the baseline. In and out. Purchase pushes the other way. It's Elijah Lott. A nice up and under layup, gets it to go, and this game is tied at 94.
With just 50 seconds left, Rami will have to see what decision the Max make, as a foul is called on Willie Britton against Simcha Halpert. Will put the ice-cold free throw shooter to the line for 2.
Britton pressuring the ball there in the half court. Looked like he just got a piece of Halpert's arm, sending Halpert to the line now. Both teams in the double bonus. It will be 2 shots for Simcha Halpert, looking to give the Max a lead once again. Halpert gets the first shot to go. 95-94, Max lead. 47 seconds left. 1 more shot coming for Simcha Halpert. Halpert, ice in his veins, gets both shots to go. Max lead is 2. Under 45 seconds now to play in this one.
The fans are standing in the Max Stern Athletic Center. Exciting finish to this one, Rami.
It's Soffer driving into the corner to Miller. Miller for 3. That hits the rafters. Should have been called out of bounds. The ref didn't see it. Purchase pulls it down and puts in the layup to tie the game. That ball was out of bounds, Sammy, and the ref just missed it. Hode looks to drive and loses the ball. Purchase now, and Hode will foul him. It's a tie game. He did not realize, he thought the Max were down. Purchase now will head to the line, a chance to take the lead.
Devastation here in the Max Stern Athletic Center tonight. 8 seconds left.
A crazy back and forth there, Sammy. The refs missed a call as the corner 3 from Max Miller of Purchase clearly went off that diagonal white beam here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. The ref did not see it. They let the play go. Purchase pulled it down, put in the layup. Coach Steinmetz now heading to talk to the refs. The refs having none of it. A clearly missed call there by the refs. That ball should have been out of bounds. Purchase pulled it down, tied up this game, and then Tyler Hode on the other end trying to make a play happen, loses the ball, loses his head a little bit, as then he fouls Purchase thinking that the Max are down and they need a foul. Not a very smart play there by Tyler Hode.
Rami, it started with the missed call on one end, rattling the Max and the arena as well. Purchase converts on the missed call. And from our angle, Rami, I must say, I thought it was clearly off of the white beam that we always talk about in this Max Stern Athletic Center. The refs missing the call, and the game plays on. And that's it. And Purchase knew it, converted, played some defense on the other end on a little bit of a sloppy offensive possession there for the Max. And we see a new body, Justin Hode, number 21, a three-point shooter for the Max, check in with 8 seconds left as the crowd looks to stifle the ice-cold shooter, Elijah Lott.
Elijah Lott gets the first shot to go. He looks calm out there on the free throw line. A second one coming for Elijah Lott. It's 97-96. Purchase now leading the Max here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. 8 seconds to play. Lott's second one is up and good. A 2-point lead now for Purchase. Halpert inbounds to Eitan Halpert. Eitan Halpert dribbles down, spins over to Boker. Boker to Sim Halpert, a look for 3. Off the front rim, no good. Boker pulls down the rebound, and the horn sounds. The Max drop this one, 98-96. Purchase Panthers pull off the upset in the final contest of the regular season. The Max lose the first seed heading into the Skyline Conference playoffs. They will now have the second seed. Once again, we thank you for joining us here. My name is Rami Pinchot alongside Sammy Katz in the booth. We remind you, Friday, 12 p.m., semi-final game, the Max against to be decided, depending on the first round of the Skyline Conference playoffs, 12 p.m. right here at the Max Stern Athletic Center. If you can't be here, tune in on MaxLive.com. We thank you for joining us. Have a great night.